Hey everyone, welcome on back. I would just like to prelude this by saying if you hear any noise in the background, I don't care. I literally cannot get a moment alone. So if you hear a kid stomping in the background, I'm sorry. I'll try what I can, but at this point, I swear, he never leaves the house. He's never not awake. Anyways, so today we're going to be doing a propaganda mission. There's two different propaganda missions. There's one where we did the pamphlets, which was just drop off a box at 3 different spots in a town. But the radio one, which is what we're doing here, drops us this neat little truck here, and we'll have to basically kind of do like a King of the Hill kind of thing, where we'll bring the truck in the middle of town, drop off some radio equipment, and then we just sit there and wait for. I think we have to hold it for about 15 minutes. 15 or 20, and while we're doing that, there will be like spawns of waves of the AAF coming after us. So before we move on out, since the truck only holds 3 people, we're gonna need the AI to drive this one to transport the rest of our squad, and I don't trust our guys to not run over everyone back around the headquarters, especially Petros. That would be all bad. I believe if Petros dies, we lose a bunch of our arsenal stuff, and that means we'll have to go out and regather them all. So yeah, the nearby town, we got ourselves a nice little vantage point to check out, though I do have the little drone near me, so pretty much normal reconnaissance is basically non-existent anymore. I just jump on the drone, look through the night vision goggles it has, and see where everyone's at. For some reason, though, the AI just like all the way back there. It's not like I was going fast. But anyways, cutting out me checking out through the drone, I see there's a few guys like directly on top of the point there. So we're gonna go ahead and give them a little something. They want to just stand out in the middle of the road like that. Thank God, there's no worry about actual civilians being on the road as we're shelling the shit out of it. But yeah, so I'm almost done with my backlog here. Counting this video, I believe I have 3 more. So it'll be nice to actually play this again and start recording footage for it again. It'll be a new update, so that'll be kind of well, it kind of suck having to go and redo. Well, not redo, but I gotta reload, and that means at the point where I'm at now, I gotta redo whatever. Anyways, I do have an itch for an FPS again. I've been trying to satisfy that itch through Battlefield. Yeah, Battlefield. I didn't buy any of the Battlefront games, fuck that. Battlefield 1, and then I remembered why I stopped playing that game like a month after release. There's only so many times where you could go behind a guy and shoot him, put your gun into his back and start pulling the trigger just for his shoulder to kind of point towards you, and then you hear ding, and you're dead. That's it, game over. Only so many times. So it'd be nice to play a game where when I aim my gun at a guy and shoot him, he actually dies and doesn't snap around so quick the game doesn't even show his model properly updating and then headshotting me a bunch. God. Honestly, I think I'm pretty much done with online shooters as a whole at that point. It's just like, man, there's only so many times where I see one thing, but the guy's game sees another thing. Yeah. Hell, I even tried playing PlanetSide 2 again for a bit, and that was, honestly, it was senseless fun, at least. Anyways, we are now surrounded. We got not only these guys over here, but there's some guys to the northeast of us as well. And of course, we got all those, the rest of our squad is all the way back up the hill, with the driver taking his sweet fucking time and actually driving down here. Why are none of you guys helping me? I don't know why those two aren't firing back. And these guys are smart enough to not have their flashlights on, so I can't fucking see them. Doesn't help I'm using the MK18. I'm not used to that gun. It did seem like it would be more suitable to long range fire, but really, I don't really get that far away from the bad guys, so don't really know why I brought it. And once again, I'm using mortars as a crutch. They're kind of ridiculous in this, but I guess it's only fair after what I cut out from taking the anti-air nest. That was such bullshit. Again, why are you two not shooting back? Help me, you guys. I mean, come on, they are actively shooting you. I just heard one of you grunt after being shot. You can shoot back at them. God. And you know, yeah, I could play multiplayer, but there's just something kind of endearing about playing with the AI. It's, you know, you always get those struggles where you're trying to like go, come on guys, why aren't you helping me out? Why aren't you helping me out? And then there's those moments where suddenly you'll have your squad just be very competent and taking out every bad guy before you can shoot them. You're like, oh wow, you guys are actually kind of good. It's kind of like trying to lead a retarded dog or something. Though I'm not one to talk. I did make a mistake earlier, and we'll see if you guys can, if any of you caught it. The reason why our two guys over there are taking so long is because I ordered everyone to get prone. So those two guys on foot over there are slowly, on their stomach crawling towards this spot. I don't know what's taking the fucking truck so long though. Anyways, I did make sure to bring the usual lock-ons, lock-on anti-air, lock-on anti-tank launchers. Because that is part of the way the thing works. And oh my god, why are you guys going so slow? Actually, no, I think I know why that is. It's because I ordered the truck to move with the guys on foot, so it's keeping speed with them. We're just going to go ahead and cut out all of our looting. Not cut out, but speed it up. Now we finally got our medic back so he can actually heal us. And yeah, and this is the point I realized, oh wait, I have them all laying on the floor. So now the other two guys should be, walking over here at a proper speed. not crawling all the way over here. I mean, damn, you can never say they didn't follow orders to the letter. Well, sorry, sir, you told us to get on the floor, so we just started crawling all the way over there. Ooh, I hear another helicopter coming around. So pretty much, this whole holding phase is me shooting down helicopters and looting whatever nearby bodies I can. But they got smart. They brought a second helicopter. Yeah, like I said last mission, or maybe even the one before then, at this point, helicopters are a non-threat. The only thing that could possibly be a threat in the air, well, besides jets, just because those can be like fast enough to hit us before we can like get a lock on them. But there are some helicopters that can actually survive an anti-air rocket, but they typically can only survive one.
Leventis, Nikas, target the MRAP, north.
And yeah, it's not good. Now we got an MRAP coming after us, but one of our AI has... I typically have one guy that has anti-air, another guy has an anti-tank launchers just in case. Which is nice, because I don't think the AI is affected by the exhaust mechanic like the player is.
Okay, let's go.
Nice.
Target down.
I do kind of like how our anti-air guy was also like aiming his gun at the MRAP, even though his launcher couldn't lock onto it. Makes you wonder if he could possibly have dumbfired it.
I'm covering, go.
Ooh, and now we got a truck showing up. And I want to shoot that truck myself. I don't want the teammate to do it, but they're actually smart, and offloaded all their guys around the hill over there. I don't like it when the AI gets smart like that, at least when it's against me. I like it when my guys are smart. Now, a reason why I usually cut out scouting with the UAV is because whenever because the UAV has two parts. It has the driver, quote unquote, and the gunner, quote unquote. So, obviously the driver is how you fly around, which is what I'm currently doing. But whenever I switch to the gunner mode to control the camera so I can look at him in the night vision goggles or the infrared, whatever, the AI will then take over the driver and just start doing this weird thing where it keeps like wiggling around and it's screwing with the camera. And I don't know how to make it stop. Even if I tell it to not move, it will still do that. Like it's as if the AI is reacting to enemies and is trying to move around and like dodge or something. I don't know.
Get set to engage.
But yeah, I set up this nice firing line. Look at that, undercover and everything. Just waiting for those guys on foot to finally show up.
Observe that position. Man, 400 meters north.
But of course, I set the AI up wrong because they came from another direction.
Rifleman, 400 meters north.
And man, I was way off with that mortar. Alright, let's try that again. What is kind of annoying, you may notice every time I try to do a mortar attack, it'll like ask me multiple times what kind of thing I want to do. And I'm pretty sure that's a bug that relates to me whenever I reload the game. It seems to like add an extra message of asking what kind of attack I want to do. And at this point, I know I'm missing, but this is me being tactical. Because if I start shooting at them, it's covering fire. Because then the AI won't move as much, and hopefully they'll get shelled. Just like in Planet Side 2, where I just shoot at doors randomly, and it's supposed to be covering fire. God, that's something I've always hated in multiplayer games. Especially in ones where you practically get infinite ammo. I mean, here, if I want to go ahead and be an asshole and shoot at random, shadows and stuff, I need to bring the ammo for it. And nice. That last one got them all, I think. But yeah, I have to like physically bring the ammo, then I have to retrieve the ammo. But in online games, like, oh hey, here's a little bag on the floor, infinite ammo. Just shoot whatever you want. And as a note, the timer stops when you get too far away from the radio station of, it says right there in the top right, 250 meters. Which is kind of annoying because I want to loot the bodies. Oh wait, no. No, 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 no. Okay, cool, the debris just vanished. It did not blow up the fucking truck. Oh man. So I've held it for about 25 minutes or so. You can there's a minimum time that you need to hold it, but the longer you hold it, you get like more support for like every minute or so after that. But I was kind of getting antsy, and I looted all the bodies at this point, so we'll just go ahead and pack ourselves back up and head back to base. Sadly, we can't take that truck with us because it's a repair truck. It's just a reskinned Zamorak repair truck. And I would have liked to keep that because I could have used it to fix our vehicles out on the field. But alas, we'll just have to hope that maybe a base will eventually have one that I can take. But just show off. Yeah, we got a good chunk of support for that. We're about 40%. Though some of that is probably from us owning the nearby power plant. So if you look on the top, are the arrows, from 4 to 5 were red. Now if you use train FIA, you can it's like a soft cap, and you have to train the soldiers by spending some money, and then you can get the next set of experience. I believe it's multiples of 4 is when the cap happens. You can pay like a hell of a lot of money to skip the training part, but it's a lot of money. So now I'm showing off the contacts, which is us having to go down and meeting a contact, a civilian or a cop or someone else, a sketchy Irishman, I believe. To do that, we have to be incognito, so we just gotta wear some civvy clothes and drive a civilian car and just drive on to town. You are fucking joking me. Why is... That's a dick move. The fucking dog right there on the only road into town. God. Yeah, throw smoke right at me, jackass. Honestly surprised our guy in the trunk didn't get shot. And you fucking mongrel. I hope I got you. You're lucky that smoke was there if you lived. God, yeah, I that pissed me off so much because you can't drive off the roads or you lose your cover. So I gotta drive all the way back. Well, I don't have to go back to base. Luckily, the power plants and various other bases, you can use their flag to access your garage. So I'll go ahead and pull out our fuel truck, which is a civilian car, which will wipe our, make us incognito again.
Board that vehicle. Solid copy. Standing by.
Okay, something happened. You notice I suddenly stopped when our teammate jumped in the car. I didn't plan to do that. Something is very wrong here, guys. I can't move. I am accelerating. I'm trying to reverse. I'm making sure my mouse is actually working. For some reason, my guy is turning his car to the right. I can't get out either. I can't eject. I can't turn off the vehicle. I can't get out, so I had to reload. Oh man, that was a pretty funny bug. Now, thankfully, the game flat out shows us where the guys are at. And then, what's nice about these guys is it lets us take on additional missions with Petros. We can only have one mission per category active, and I believe it's half an hour they last, even after you complete it. So you do these contacts to be able to do those kind of missions again, like logistics missions and whatnot. And we did an assassination mission, which is having us go out and kill a group of CSAT operatives, which is actually kind of nice because CSAT has some nice gear. Now, this is kind of a dick move, this convoy ambush, because it's having a convoy come from the military bases right above where the destination is. And we're not going to be able to set up an ambush in time for that, so we're just going to have to ignore it because look at that, it's just a straight shot to its destination. We'll give that a pass. But we'll do the assassination mission, which is kind of funny. They call it assassination. I wouldn't really, when I think assassination, I don't think attack a armed group of, not an armed group, but a group of enemies. As an aside, this took me forever to actually find the CSAT guys. No joke, I drove around this town for 20 minutes. That thing that's flying up there is a UAV support from, Jesus Christ, look at that. Is a UAV support from NATO, and it did not detect them. Apparently the CSAT soldiers have such high camouflage that the UAV can't fucking see them. I only got the only way these guys noticed me is because I took off incognito. I went over and started driving around like an asshole on the roads just so they would start shooting at me. But yeah, so another thing that the NATO soldiers have while running around. They also have a UAV flying around, but I followed the UAV and I couldn't. The UAV doesn't fly like near their squad, so I honestly don't have any like suggestions on how to find these guys besides just drive around like an asshole and hope they shoot at you. But yeah, I actually have a story in regards to assassinations. I was almost assassinated once in real life.
Move 300
Um,
meters. Front.
last October, I woke up for work. I wake up at 2 in the morning. You know, I'm all groggy. I'm tired. I gotta get up, get in the shower, open my bedroom door, and step out. And my face hits a spider web. And I jump back because I've got arachnophobia. I'm scared shitless of spiders. Nothing that small should have the capability of killing a human, you know? But yeah, and so I went back in my room. I got my phone to use the flashlight to see where the spider web was. And I saw the web. It was like top right of my doorway. And it was like going down at an angle into my doorway. It was covering my doorway. And I was getting ready to just go fuck it and just, like smack it away with my hand. But I saw a shadow against the wall opposite of me. And the shadow of the spider looked just like a black widow. So I find it, and this motherfucker is big. It's like 1.5 inches. Maybe I'm slightly over exaggerating, but it was fucking big for the size it was. Thankfully, I had a fly swatter in my room, so I knocked that motherfucker off the web, and it was so big, I heard it splat when it hit the floor. Fucking, someone tried to kill me that day. Someone planted a black widow in front of my doorway, so I would walk out on it while I was tired and, sleepy, and just walk into it, and then get bit by it, and fucking die. I don't know who, but I think I might have an idea. But yeah, that was some scary shit, man. I never knew I was a dead man walking. Anyways, so yeah, CSAT stuff. They have these very goofy looking helmets that have a rather high armor level. The usual helmets we wear is like an armor level 2, and those are an armor level 5. So it's not too bad taking these missions just to get some CSAT swag. Too bad I couldn't find the guy who had like the UAV terminal so I could jack their UAV too. But just showing off now all the stuff we have unlocked. We've got the anti-air launchers, the anti-vehicle launchers unlocked. We got a good amount of rifles unlocked. We got the CSAT pistol, if I ever used pistols. Don't really seem to be much of a difference between the two. We got 2 different kinds of armor now, which is pretty nice. What's funny is that the GA Carrier Light weighs less, but apparently holds the same amount of load and offers the exact same resistances. So, no point using the regular GA Carrier. We got the Carry-All backpack unlock, which has the most load capacity. Sadly, no helmets. But we also got the GPS unlock, which is nice because every time I access the arsenal, it takes the GPS out of my pocket because I don't have it unlocked and I gotta go back in the crate to pull it back out. As an aside, make sure you don't access the arsenal with your UAV terminal equipped because it will take off your UAV terminal and it will disconnect it from the UAV. So if the UAV was in the sky when that happened, you lost that UAV. You're not getting it back because you have to touch the UAV to connect your terminal to it. I've lost many UAVs like that. And even then, we do have a pretty solid amount of stuff in our crate here, so we're looking pretty when it comes to materiel. We just gotta try and find ways to make more money because we got all this territory but not a single resource. I mean, look at that. We're only getting $112 every payout. That can barely afford. That can afford only two soldiers, and that's just the basic ones. That'll probably pay for maybe 1 medic. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully I can get more videos out now that I'm ignoring the fact that there was a kid stomping around the house all the time, and I'll see you all next time. Good night, everybody.